Hey everyone, it's great to have you with me for this deep dive. Welcome to Empower Fantastic Life. Find your power, live without limits, and today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea that can help you do exactly that.
So let me start with a question for you. Have you ever had one single small comment, maybe from a colleague, maybe from your boss, just completely throw off your entire day? You know the feeling. It's that one little thing you can't stop playing over and over in your head, and boom, your focus for the rest of the day is just gone.
If you're nodding your head right now, you are definitely not alone. This is something I call the high sensitivity trap. And honestly, I see it in so many brilliant, driven people. It's this constant battle inside your own head, right? All that internal friction just eats away at your energy, and it's a fast track to total burnout.
And this experience probably sounds really familiar, doesn't it? It's the replaying of conversations on a loop. It's reading an email and immediately assuming the worst possible meaning. It's feeling like any kind of feedback is a personal attack. You spend so much energy dreading what might go wrong tomorrow, you're left completely drained for what's happening today. Even things that are supposed to be fun, like hanging out with friends, can feel like a total marathon.
The best way I can describe it is like having a Velcro mind. Think about it. All day long, information is coming at you, but it's the negative stuff, the criticism, the slightly weird comment, that's the stuff that sticks. All the praise, the good news, it's like it just slides right off. Ring a bell?
And here's where you can really see the difference. So you get that bit of criticism from your boss. For the highly sensitive mind, that spirals into a total catastrophe. It's not about the work anymore. It's about, I'm a failure, I'm going to get fired. But now look at the mind on the right. It's not ignoring the feedback. It's just stripping out the drama. It's asking, okay, what's the useful data here? It sees a problem to be solved, not a judgment on who you are as a person.
So the big question is, how do we escape this Velcro mind? Well, the answer comes from this really fascinating concept from Japan. It's almost like a secret superpower that truly resilient people have, sometimes without even realizing it. And it's called Dunganli.
Now, Dunganli literally translates to something like the power of dullness or dull sensitivity. And I know that sounds a little off, right? But trust me, this isn't about being slow or oblivious. It's about having a kind of emotional armor. It's that ability to just shake things off, stay cool when things get tough, and just keep moving forward without getting stuck in all that noise.
Junichi Watanabe, the writer who really brought this idea to light, put it perfectly. He said, Dunganli is a talent. Think about that. It's a talent that protects your other talents. It's what allows your creativity, your intelligence, your ambition to actually blossom, instead of being constantly sabotaged by overthinking.
So, if we're done with the Velcro mind, our goal is to cultivate a Teflon mind. Just picture it. All that useless negativity, those passive-aggressive comments, even your own self-doubt, just sliding right off. This isn't about being arrogant. It's about being smart with your emotional energy. You get to choose what sticks. If you need a perfect example, think of Forrest Gump. I mean, he was constantly insulted, underestimated, and ridiculed. But did he ever let it stop him? Nope. He just kept on running, literally, toward his goal. He didn't waste a single drop of energy worrying about what other people were thinking. That right there is Dunganli in action.
Okay, so what does this actually do for you in the real world? What are the practical benefits of having this kind of resilient mindset? Because this isn't just about feeling less stressed. It's about actually performing better and living a much richer life. At its core, it really comes down to that classic glass half full idea. The highly sensitive view immediately hones in on what's missing. The focus is on the loss. But the Dunganli view, it sees the exact same glass and focuses on the opportunity, on what's still there. It's such a small mental shift, but the impact is absolutely massive. And this shift creates this incredible positive feedback loop. It all starts with emotional stability, right? You get off that emotional roller coaster. And when you're stable, you can focus better. That improved focus builds real resilience to failure. And when you're not drowning in anxiety, guess what? You make much clearer, much better decisions. You see how it all connects and builds on itself? And make no mistake, the long-term stakes here are huge. A life run by high sensitivity often leads to chronic stress, anxiety, and just getting stuck. You're too afraid to take a chance. But a life guided by Dunganli is a life of forward motion and consistent growth. You don't avoid failure, nobody does, but you bounce back from it way faster. You take action, you learn, and you keep moving. All right, so theory is great, but how do we actually start building this Dunganli muscle? Let's get practical.
I've got a simple 3-step training plan you can put into action literally today.
It all boils down to 3 core practices. First, practicing task separation. Second, reframing criticism as pure data. And third, locking in on your goal. All right, first up, task separation. This is all about boundaries. The key question to ask yourself is, whose job is this? Your job is to do your work to the best of your ability. Your manager's reaction to it, that's their task, not yours. You don't have to carry it. Your job might be to say no to an extra project you can't handle. The other person's disappointment, that's their feeling to manage. You have to stop carrying the emotional weight for everyone else.
Step 2 is all about reframing criticism. From now on, I want you to treat feedback like a scientist analyzing data. Your only job is to sift through it and find the useful information. Is there one little nugget in there that you can use to get better? Great. Grab it. Everything else, the tone of voice, the emotional charge, the delivery, that's all just noise. Discard it. And finally, step 3 brings it all home. Focus on your goal. This is the Forrest Gump principle. When you are crystal clear on where you're headed, on what truly matters to you, all the little bumps in the road just shrink. They're not massive roadblocks anymore. They're just part of the landscape on your journey forward.
So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a little challenge for this week. Think about it. What is one piece of noise, maybe it's someone else's opinion, maybe a little bit of your own self-doubt, that you are going to consciously decide to let slide right off that new Teflon mind of yours? You've been listening to Empower Fantastic Life, Jaeger Empowerment Academy. See you next time. Bye-bye.